Let's shift gears and let's take a look at Starbucks. Here's Aman in conversation with Sushant Dash, the CEO at Tata Starbucks. Here's an exclusive chat about what's brewing at Starbucks now.
Inflation is a reality. I think inflation has been a reality for the last 18 to 24 months for all businesses. But I think that has not impacted us as much. If I look at our business growth, and we came out of a good year last year when we crossed 1,000 crores, we grew 70% plus. We declared profit for the first time at an EBIT level, and we opened 70 odd stores. So obviously the numbers speak for themselves in some ways, and I think, so inflation has not been that big a factor for us.
You know, you're talking about really catering to India, and you guys have moved a little bit more from the metros to some of the smaller towns, Jalandhar, Calicut, etc. Is that a very conscious strategy? What's the expansion plan into some of the smaller towns? Is that going to be the road path ahead?
So yes, I think I can truly say that Starbucks is now a pan-India brand. If I actually look at it, we are now in 41 towns or cities. So we are well beyond the metros. And if you look at the last 24 months, I think we have opened nearly in 30 new cities. So we are there. You name it, as you said, whether it is the markets in Punjab or Kerala, Bhubaneswar, Siliguri, Guwahati, you name it, we are there. And we'll continue to do that. We will continue to expand into smaller markets. We are amazed by the kind of love that the brand has and the kind of numbers that we are doing in these markets. But having said that, that doesn't mean that we will only expand in those markets. I still think there is a lot of headway even in the metros. So we will continue to grow in the Mumbais and the Delhis and the Hyderabad and the Bangalores. I think there are a lot of catchments where we are still under-penetrated in some ways. So we'll continue to do that.
Okay, maybe we can sit down and enjoy some of your new flavors, and maybe I'm part of the majority that enjoys a good tea because I don't drink coffee.
That's okay.
Is that a bit of a concern? I'm just wondering, this culture of tea, fewer Indians actually drinking coffee, or do you think that the young Gen Z, which is also a significant part of your crowd, as I can see in the store right here, is that changing? Is there a consumer shift?
So if I look at when we first started 10 years back, and you're right, India is a tea drinking nation. If I look at tea penetration is 91, 92%, coffee is 11%, even taking South into consideration, right? But I think coffee is growing, mainly if you look at the out-of-home space. More and more the cafe culture, I think there is a fast-growing number of people who appreciate premium coffee, origin coffee, who are interested in different methods of preparation in terms of coffee. The true coffee connoisseurs. I think that's been growing. So I think it's an evolution. The numbers are still small, but in a sense that gives us more headroom, that much scope for growth.
You know, you were very pleased when you spoke about your financial targets that you hit, 1,000 crores in terms of revenues. What's the run rate at which you think looks sustainable, and how are you looking at your operational performance down the line?
So as I said, I think we are in a good place now, and I think the reason...
Quantify good place.
So I'll try and do that for you.
Candid over coffee and tea.
Yes. So I'll give you numbers. As I said, we crossed the 1,000 crore mark. We grew at 71% last year over the previous year. Our same store growth has been very robust. We grew at upwards of 30% for the same store. So on most metrics, I think we are doing well, and we are profitable. We broke a bit positive. So I think that also gives us the confidence now that not only have we established the brand and what the brand promises in terms of the connection, the coffee, the love, but I think we also have a sustainable business model where we can expand and still grow and create a profitable business.
You know, there is that cafe culture as well that seems to be doing well over the QSR. Is that something that y'all are looking at, to capitalize on?
So I think we are very much part of that cafe culture. In many ways, I think when we started, we created that cafe culture. And I think it's good to see the kind of growth that is happening, people are embracing the cafe culture. People are going out more, and I think that will only keep increasing as we mature as a market, as coffee as a category grows, income levels keep rising. I think this is here to stay, and that gives us confidence.
But on the other end, is a lot of competition as well. There are a lot of specialized companies in India, homegrown brands that are expanding at a very hectic pace. Is that giving you sleepless nights?
Not really. I think actually it's
Or the
it's
coffee
good.
is giving you sleepless nights?
So I try not to drink coffee after 4 so that I sleep well. I sleep
Good night.
7 to 8 hours. But I think competition is good because, as I said, for us it is not a saturated market. If in many other markets which are over penetrated, saturated, competition makes it tough, right? Because it's about gaining share from each other. I think when the task is to grow the category, there is space for everyone. And we are just 11%, 12%. So the headroom is so huge.
Yeah.
I don't see any issues as long as we continue to do what we do well, as long as we listen to the consumers and we do our job well, and we ensure that the brand is as connected as it today is. So if I look at our brand equity score, we are still by far the most loved coffee brand, cafe brand in the country. So if we keep those metrics in mind, look at our consumers and keep that in mind, I think we should be good.
So there were some reports that Starbucks said that there should be some cafe exclusivity agreements, that no other premium coffee brands can open at the same floor in some malls. Is there any truth to that, or?
I'm not very sure as to what exactly, but they exist everywhere.
So you're saying there's room for everyone?
There's room for everyone. We will obviously try and protect. If there's a market that I have created that's only fair, that I will try and protect it to the extent I can. But as I said, I need to concentrate on what is in my control, which is my brand, my operations, my partners doing the right thing each time a consumer walks into our store. And I think that's what we are concentrated on.